DZYW 99.5 Metro Manila, ang iyong himpilan, ang inyong tahanan.
Hello everyone! Woo! Hello, and welcome to Asphere's Cafe. Today is Thursday, April 3rd, 2025, and yes, I have a lot to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 right here on today's episode of Asphere's Cafe, or I should say Gaming Cafe rather. So yes, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct was unveiled yesterday, and so far it's a little bit of a mixed feelings, especially with the pricing of the games not being shown after hearing the news that it's pricier than the OG Switch games, which we will get into in a bit. But first off, I would like to start off right here in the Gaming Cafe. Yes, we will start with the Gaming Cafe session right away, and that is the Nintendo Switch 2. So far the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct was pretty good. I do like how they showcase the brand new I do like how they showcase the new Nintendo Switch 2. I even like the demonstration of how it works, especially with the Joy-Con 2 controllers, and yeah, that's what got me excited. And by the way, the C button turned out to be a game chat. Yes, it's a literally copycat, or just not really copycat, but more like Discord, but exclusive for Nintendo Switch. So basically, Nintendo built their own Discord with game chat. So yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. So aside from the game chat, we did witness a lot of the games being shown on the Direct. That was the first one being the Super Mario World, and I have to say, finally, no more recycled Mario Kart game, and I'm actually very happy that Nintendo finally built a brand new Mario Kart game. Except one thing, the price. And once again, I'll get into the pricing later. But for now, we will continue. So yeah, aside from the Mario Kart World, they also revealed a bunch of new third-party games. I remember that we have Deltarune Chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, 3 and 4 both coming to the Switch 2. And yes, I am very excited that Deltarune is coming back with new chapters after myself haven't played it for a long time now. Yeah, so if you do not know what Deltarune is, basically is a sequel to Undertale. I haven't played Undertale, to be fair with you guys, but I did play Deltarune 1, Chapter 1 and 2 last around 2018, and then around 2018 and then 2020 for the latest chapter. So yeah, I can confidently say that the creator of Deltarune nailed it, and they kept a wrap with under the Switch 2 Direct. So nice strategy you got there. Also, I did saw that Cyberpunk 2077 will finally be coming to Nintendo Switch, but it will be exclusive for the Nintendo Switch to console systems. So yeah. Okay, so we will get into how Nintendo Switch 2 looks like, and I will be bringing up the Verge website for the details how it looks like. So let me get it up right here. So yeah, now let's talk about a little bit in the negative side. So the one thing I didn't like throughout the Direct was the one thing that I did not like throughout the direct was the game chat. Yeah, the game chat is hilarious, and it's even at the lovable frame rate. Oh my god! Like, if you look closely at the at the trailer here, let me just look it up right here. So if we go to the YouTube channel of Nintendo of America, there it is. Let me bring that up right here. Uh, Here it is. Let's just wait for that to load here. So one thing I did not like with the Nintendo Switch 2 features, first of all, is the game chat. It's a big bang for me because I thought it would be good, but I really don't know, guys. Mixed feelings, guys. Because if you look at the frame rate of, but I do like how. By the way, I do like how the game chat looks like. Basically, it's similar to Discord. I'm not saying it's a copycat, but more like Discord, but for Nintendo Switch. So, but one thing that caught me off guard is the frame rate here. So, if you look at the other Nintendo Switch systems that are being screen shared, you can see that the frame rate is laughably awful. Like, if you look at the other four cameras right there being shared by various players, while the base screen is capped at 60 frames, obviously, or 120 frames per second, which is the base speed right here. But the other four right here, yeah, the bit rate is
Holy shit!
like.
Is this Discord for Nintendo Switch?
It's a game chat, Geometric Tomato. Yes, it's a game chat. Basically, it's a Discord for Nintendo Switch. So
What the hell?
I'll say this again. I'll say this again because if you look closely, the frame rate is hilariously bad. Like it's capped at around 10 frames per second. Like no joke, no joke. Like that's one thing that caught me off guard here. And
I'll say it here. It's probably as a proof of concept that it works. It's gonna be slow, but what really matters is that I hope that Nintendo fixes the frame rates up because I hope they optimize it. Because again, they're only showing this as a proof of concept. It's probably a proof of concept for the Nintendo Switch 2.
But
if it's shit, please just add Discord anyway. Discord is better, even if the company is shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a proof of concept for now, but who knows if this is going to be 60 frames at the end, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's see here. You can also obviously you can also zoom in into other players here by expanding the game screen here. That's a really neat feature right there. So yeah, aside from the hindrance frame rate, which I didn't like, I mean Gio's point is right. It's a proof of concept, which makes sense. But one thing we know now what's with the C button is the game chat button. So if you press the C button, this will take you to the game chat. And yeah, basically how that works. Also, what's even fascinating so far is that they have their own accessory for the Nintendo Switch 2, which you can hook up your camera. Any USB-C camera will do, which is a good news. So basically, they have the Nintendo Switch 2 camera. So if you have this, you can connect it to your dock or directly to your console at the top of the console by just connecting it at the top of the USB-C port. So it's pretty cool, if you ask me. Also, if you are wondering how it looks with the webcams, this is how it looks. So yeah, you can see their faces there. But yeah, I have to say, the frame rate is hindrance. I mean, for now, but we'll see if Nintendo can keep it up here. But to my surprise, once again, the gameplay is fine. It's capped at the normal frame rate, so that's good. So that's the game chat I am showing you here. So, aside from that, let's get into the games. So, I am going to be mad. I know because Nintendo intentionally didn't reveal the pricing of the Switch 2, except the games. They didn't reveal the pricing because I knew Nintendo would get a backlash for jacking up prices, and unfortunately, it's true. So let's see how much does it cost here for the Mario Kart World. So if you take a look at the Mario Kart World, well, you guessed it, it's gonna cost you $80 for the game. Oh my goodness.
Sex.
Yeah, $80 for this first party game. Like this is not the first time this is not the first time because when PlayStation 5 came out, their games usually priced at $70. Well, and for Nintendo Switch it was around $60, and now if you compare this to the Nintendo Switch, to the OG Nintendo Switch, if you get the first party games, you pay $60, and now for the Switch 2, you have to pay $20 more for the first party games, and that is absolutely ridiculous. Like, this turned me off. Like, I really thought it's gonna be, I don't know, but getting new games is even harder now thanks to this price inflation. Oh man, but only aside from that, they do have a bundle for the Mario Kart World for the Switch 2 bundle. So if you get a Switch 2 bundle that comes with the Mario Kart World, it's only gonna cost you $50 more. So yeah, $50 as opposed to 80. So that's actually a good deal if you are going to get the game, a Switch along with the game. So you are saving $30 from getting a game. So that is I know that is what the Mario Kart World pricing ridiculous. I mean, come on, the game looks pretty good. I mean, if you take a look at the if you take a look at the Mario Kart World, I mean, come on, the stages look really cool. Like seriously, like look at this.
I'll say it here, I'll say it again. Is it really worth $80?
I mean for the AAA game, I would say
That you cannot play on PC, of course.
of course you cannot play in the PC because Nintendo made games are obviously exclusive to their console. So
Then no, it's not gonna. I hate the fact it's worth $80. What do you think we are, rich people?
I mean, if you
In this economy,
think about it,
$80?
it's it's because of the price inflation, which really sucks. But I mean, look at this game. It's not a recycled Mario game anymore. Like, it's not recycled Mario Kart game compared to the OG Nintendo Switch, which was Mario Kart Deluxe, which was a recycled game from the Wii U. And now this is the entirely brand new Mario Kart game, which got me excited at first until I saw the pricing and heard the news from the other fellow YouTubers. So.
Like I said,
was-
is it really gonna be worth $80? Are you fucking serious? Do you think we're fucking?
Is it going to be really worth $80? No, absolutely not. Like, they're really tight on the budget. If come to think about it, like if come to think about it, if you think about it, you probably won't be able to afford this game right now because of how bad the inflation is. So they can't really get this game right now. So $80 is not worth it. Maybe it would be worth it if it was priced at just like $60. What do you think? What do you think?
I am not rich, thank you very much.
I'm not rich either, so I don't think $80 is worth it. But my God, the game looks nice, but the pricing is what I'm complaining of. I really wish.
But again, we're saying this in the perspective of Filipino who knows that maybe the price in the Philippines would be lower, but I hope it doesn't reach 1,000 because let's be for real, who the fuck? And that's the reason why I hate I don't play consoles for good reason.
That's a fair point too. Yeah, that's a fair point too.
There is a different. I know it's a physical game, and I know it's gonna be online at some point. But for goodness sake, I have to not only buy not only I have to buy the game console, but I have to buy the games for it. Hell nah. I'm not rich.
Nobody is rich, really. Nobody is rich, and
Hindi
I
ako
think
anak
at
ni
this stage,
Elon Musk.
yeah, he said he's not the child of Elon Musk, right? He's not the child of Elon Musk. He's not. So Elon Musk is rich, not us, but you know the point. So I would rather see Nintendo price this game at around $40 to $50, but it's not gonna happen anytime soon because Nintendo doesn't do discounts on their first-party games, while third-party publishers do. But again, all right. Aside from the pricing, the game looks really good. And aside from that, we also have other games like Hyrule
I have a
Warriors,
question. Will Nintendo Switch 2 have Google Chrome?
Nope. They will
No
not. They will
browser?
not.
No browser?
No
No
browser.
browser?
No browser.
Imagine,
No browser.
imagine.
I have seen a Nintendo Switch UI already, and sorry, the Nintendo Switch 2 UI on X before. I can confirm, still no web browser.
Boo! We're not buying your product until you included web browser. How the fuck do we cheat in the game?
I mean, none of the game console companies include web internet browser anymore. You don't see internet browser being included in PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S.
Wait, they don't have
Even
it
in
now? I thought they have
They don't have it.
Microsoft Edge.
Oh wait, okay, yeah, okay, never mind. I'm wrong for the Xbox, but PlayStation 5 no internet browser. Xbox they do, but Microsoft Edge and Nintendo Switch no internet browser since the launch of Nintendo Switch. Still no themes too. Still no customizable themes. We'll see. I might be wrong. So yeah, aside from that, Hero.
You know what? Until someone roots the fuck out of the Nintendo Switch 2, I am not using it. Whoever roots that shit, that's crazy.
Or
You root, you
jailbreak.
guys.
Let's jailbreak.
Jailbreak
rather.
it.
If Nintendo Switch 2 emulator gets released early, what's your reaction? Like, right? So yeah, aside from alright, so let me continue here. So you have Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment that will coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 later. Cyberpunk 2077 finally coming to Nintendo Switch, but exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2. You have Hollow Knight: Silksong. Are you aware of this game? Silksong, huh? Silksong. Hollow Knight. Yeah, Hollow Knight. Ooh, yeah.
What's next for gaming? Will we get new news? What's next? What's the next headline?
Still Nintendo Switch because I need to express my full thoughts of it. But yeah,
Oh hell yeah!
I'm not.
Oh yeah, new controller though. That's sick.
Yeah, I like the new controller too, like the Joy-Con 2 controllers. You can attach it magnetically, and that's what I like about the Switch too. I like my Nintendo Switch.
I love
to
it.
have
10 out
to-
of 10. I like it. It's good. It's stylish.
Really?
It's good.
Same,
You even
same,
have
same.
customizable rear buttons. Amazing.
I know, right? It's this is what I like about the Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con 2 controllers. Like, it's so worth it that you don't have to experience any more Joy-Con drips. You don't have to be anymore. You don't have to be frustrated anymore with the Joy-Con problems with the original Nintendo Switch. So that's what I like about the Joy-Con 2 controllers. And this was not announced in the Direct. And well, if you want, well, this is not announced on Nintendo Direct. But if you are willing to pre-order Nintendo Switch, you will need to make sure you have at least 50 hours of gameplay on the original Switch as of April 2nd, 2025. And that this is because it has to do with the anti-scalping. Yeah, good job Nintendo. At least you tried, because scalping is not good. If you are one of the scalpers, I have one word: go F yourself. Or 3 words: go F yourself. And it's the same case for Japan though. In the other side, in Japan, if you're going to buy Nintendo Switch 2 in Japan, they have 2 versions. Hear me out. Hear me out. They're gonna sell a cheaper Nintendo Switch 2 in Japan, but it will be region locked to Japanese only. See this? See this? This is again to combat scalping. So you have the Japanese language system, and it's going to be sold only in Japan. If you get this, let's say, if you get this Nintendo Switch console from Japan, well, I'm gonna say, yep, it's region locked to Japan, and there's no option to change the region too. So basically, what this means is you are out of luck if you are going to bring it. If you bought the Nintendo Switch from Japan, that is not from the Nintendo store, you are going to have a hard time changing the language to English or other languages, even the regions too. So this is the other news that this was not mentioned on Direct, and that is what I heard. So do I think this is a good idea? Probably not, but I can see their effort in trying to combat scalping. So yeah, ladies and gents. So yeah, what do you think? Gio, any thoughts? Because Nintendo is selling the Nintendo Switch 2 that is region locked to Japan, and the language is only Japanese in Japan. They're selling 2 units, one being region locked to Japan, Japanese language only. Second is the multi-region unit. This is the first time that I haven't seen region locked system in a long time. But man, what do I again, I'm not sure if this is going to be region locked, but it's more like a language lock. So you're out of luck if you're going to change the language. You are out of luck. There you have it. So that's another news right here, and yeah, the rest of it here. Okay, so game key card, interesting. So what might be this one here? So this is also not announced in the Direct here, but it looks like that it will have a key. So what this means, the game key card is your key to downloading the full game to your system via the internet. After it's downloaded, you can play the game by inserting the game key card into your system and starting up like a standard physical game card. So basically, if you see this symbol, that means the game is not in the cartridge. That means you will have to download it first. So that's how game key card works. And as we are about to show you the Switch 2 interface, here is what it looks like. Let me just scroll down all the way here. There it is. So this is the Nintendo Switch 2 UI. What it looks like. You have the Nintendo Switch Online. You have the game chat. You have the news, Nintendo eShop. You have album. You have some sort of download play feature. You have the controllers. You have the I'm not sure what's this one. You have the system settings and the sleep mode. So basically, it's similar to the OG Switch, but more improved UI for the Switch 2. I don't know if this will be coming to the Nintendo Switch, the OG Nintendo Switch anytime soon, but we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I think that is all. But yeah, so far the Nintendo Switch 2. I really love how it looks. Don't get me wrong, the Nintendo Switch 2 console is great, but the pricing of the games, it's not great. It's a meh, especially the Mario Kart World. I know, it sucks. It really is. So that's how we're living in right now. But if there's only one thing that Nintendo can redeem themselves is they would love to be more transparent if they revealed it in the Direct, but they didn't, because I knew they would be scared of a backlash, or you know how that goes, right? But overall, I would give Nintendo Switch 2, I would say 9 out of 10 really, because it's a minus one point because of how expensive the game is. So yeah. And for the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct itself, I will give it I'll give it also 9 out of 10. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2, part of the gaming cafe, and I will be talking more on the gaming cafe later. So yeah, that is all for my thoughts of the Nintendo Switch 2, and along with its Nintendo Direct. Nothing much to cover except the third-party games, and yeah, we're gonna get into more in the other gaming cafe headlines. Alright, it is now 6:57 p.m. as we will return with more gaming cafe sessions right here on Asphere's Cafe. But before that, this program is sponsored by Asphere's Aircon. Tried, tested, trusted by Aspargus and FBS Kapinoy Coffee. This coffee is Kapinoy Coffee, manufactured by FBS Manufacturing Corporation. Dream Cars Pizza, we make pizza to Dream Cars Way. For deliveries, call 141-9191 and DLX Koroke. Stay along with us. We will be right back. It is now 6:57 p.m.
This program was brought to you by DLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. And Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FBS Manufacturing Corporation.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing paggising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman na sa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Kapinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FBS Manufacturing Corporation.
Ang mas masarap na pizza ay andito na! Dream Cars Pizza, the finest pizza in the Philippines. Rich sauce, crispy crust, smooth creamy cheese, maraming toppings to choose from. And not only that, may frozen pizza din sila. Take your pizza on the go. Dream Cars Pizza. We make the pizza the Dream Cars way.
For deliveries, call 141-9191. That's 141-9191.
Dream Cars Frozen Pizza are also available in supermarkets near you.
Star Wax Wax. Star Wax Wax. Always remember, sa paglinis, pakitawin ang sahig. Mrs. Star Wax Wax. Kita na to the max.
Star Wax, ang #1 floor wax. May waterproof formula. Buhusan man ang tubig, balikin tabang sahig.
Star Wax Wax. Kita na to the max.
Star Wax Floor Wax, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Bilang isang ina, marami akong obligasyong kinakaharap araw-araw. Ramdam ko ang sakit ng katawan, parang tinutusok-tusok. Kaya sa simula pa lang ng sakit ng katawan, Omega Painkiller agad ang kasama. Dahil may lamig-init sensation na nanunuot in as fast as 30 seconds. Para sa gaan ng pakiramdam na magaan sa bulsa. Kaya para sa mga ina na patuloy na nagtataguyod ng pamilya, Omega Painkiller. Kasama ko sa araw-araw. Methylsalicylate plus Camphor plus Medfol is a generic name of Omega Painkiller. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Kasama mo ang himlayang Pilipino, laging handa baunin ang alaala ng iyong mga mahal sa buhay. Ang himlayang Pilipino ay naghahatid ng mga affordable na libingan hanggang sa mas magagarang mga mausoleo para sa mga pribadong pagdililay. Para sa mga karagdagang impormasyon, maaari kayong tumawag o mag-text sa 0968-896-4850. Pumunta sa himlayangpilipino.org o sa aming Facebook, Himlayang Pilipino Incorporated, at Instagram, HPI Memorial Park.
Himlayang
Dennis, pabili ng Farex B.
Farex B ha? Ayaw ko ng iba.
Yung Farex B nga po.
Meron kayong Farex B?
Marami ang umaasa sa akin. Kaya Farex B.
Buong Pilipinas ay far excited. Hindi nagpapahinto sa ngalay, tusok, manhid sa tulong ng
Farex B. Farex B. Far excited with Farex B.
with proper diet and healthy lifestyle. Farex Vitamin B1, B6, B12.
If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Pre, makinig ka muna. Payong kaibigan lang ha. Work hard, play hard. Yan ang motto ko dati. Pero nakakapagod din pala katagalan sa gitna ng lahat ng puyat, inom at pagkain ng masasarap. Kasama na ang oily and fatty foods, kailangan pa rin bantayan ang kalusugan. Tamang kontrol ang kailangan. Katuwang ko ang Liverade, si Limerine supplement na best with proper diet and exercise. Cheers to more good times. Salamat sa Liverade. Mabibili ang Liverade sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalagang paalala, ang Liverade ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin paggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Kahit may edad na kami, masigla pa din.
Tuloy lang sa activities. On the go!
Dahil sa healthy lifestyle at tulong ng Artrisin. Para sa mga active adults, may Artrisin. Ang Artrisin ay undenatured type 2 collagen at MSM. Kasama ng proper diet at exercise, maaaring makatulong ang Artrisin. Let's go!
Make your move, baby.
Artrisin, get going! Mahalagang paalala, ang Artrisin ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Katipunan Banking Corporation nagsaulog sa ika-46 katuig sa maayo ug tinud-anay nga pagserbisyo. Nagatanyag sa mga nagkalain-laing pahulam sama sa business loan, salary loan, pension loan, ATM loan, collateralized or secured loan. Nanginahanglan ka ba og trabaho? Apply na! Be a part of the Katipunan Bank family. Alang sa dugang kasayuran, bisitaha ang pinakaduol namong buhatan sa inyong lugar. Katipunan Banking Corporation. Katabang sa kalampusan.
Tagulan, tagubok, tagsipon, taglagnat, tagtrangkaso. Kaya naman dapat pag tag-ulan, tag-Sed Pariawan Plus Capsule. Todo protektado ang katawan sa anumang uri ng karamdaman sa Sed Pariawan. Mainam din sa mga pinahihirapan ng sakit na diabetes, heart disease, myoma, bukol-bukol sa katawan, mataas sa sugar level, goiter, pagmamanas ng paa at marami pang iba. Mag-Sed Pariawan Plus Capsule araw-araw. Tagulan, tagsakit. Tag-Sed Pariawan Plus Capsule. A quality product of Sed Marketing.
And now let's return to Asphere's Cafe. And we are back. It's now 7:05 p.m. and let's continue with the gaming cafe. Okay, so actually before I continue with the rest of the gaming cafe, I forgot to mention that Nintendo eShop is finally coming to the Philippines. God bless Nintendo. It's about time that Nintendo did say that the Nintendo Switch Online and Nintendo eShop will be coming to the Nintendo Switch too. So let me just screen share that again. Here it is. Okay, so here it is, the Reddit post here. But yes, ladies and gents, Nintendo Switch eShop, Nintendo eShop and Nintendo Switch Online are coming to the Philippines. God bless Nintendo. God bless. Finally, I could create a Philippine account for the Nintendo Switch. And it's about time. Yes, you heard me right. It's about time, Nintendo. Finally. So, they said in their official Nintendo Switch 2 page for the Philippines, the new game system, Nintendo Switch 2, will be released in July to September 25 in Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, and the Philippines. The notable list not being mentioned is Indonesia, so Sorry, Indonesian gamers, not today. But you have Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, and the Philippines. Vietnam is also not included. So yeah, Indonesia, Vietnam are out of luck. While Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, and the Philippines will get to will get to enjoy the Nintendo Switch online and Nintendo eShop locally. Yes, at long last, Nintendo, God bless you. So, I don't know how it's going to be priced here in the Philippines. I would expect, since knowing that the 12% VAT tax will be implemented thanks to the new law requiring the foreign companies to implement the 12% VAT, I expect that the games will be expensive as well. So, yeah, there's that one here. So yeah, but if we take a look at the website of the Nintendo Switch 2 in the Philippines, this is how it looks. Compared to the US, it's a little bit different here, and I bet it's a little bit it's the same as the Japan too. But yeah, so this is what it looks. Yeah, again, this is the statement at the top that the Nintendo Switch Online and the Nintendo eShop will be coming to the Philippines, and I'm very excited. Finally, I can have a Philippine account. I am really happy, no? I'm really happy. So look at that, the rest. Yeah, this is what, again, this is the one thing I like that I already talked about. This is the one thing I like so far. And I also forgot to mention that you can use it as a mouse. Yeah, the games that support a mouse control on the Joy-Con 2 controllers. That's what I like about that one here. And I also forgot to mention that the Switch has adjustable stand like the Switch OLED. It has it has better kickstand compared to the OG Switch. And yeah, and then you have the powerful processing speed and graphics performance. I bet it's going to be using the next gen processor that will be fit for the PS5 and Xbox. And yep, as far as I'm aware, this is also made by NVIDIA. So yeah, they have 256 gigabytes of storage, and pretty much it. Yeah, there we go. That is what I'm talking about. Game share. Yes, game share. So yeah, players can share and play the same game with others who do not have the game. If one person has a Nintendo Switch 2 system and a game compatible with GameShare, that person, yeah. So that's how GameShare works. Basically, like a download play for the Nintendo DS. So that is pretty neat. And looks like that they have a variety of accessibility features. I am very curious to see what kind of accessibility features they have on the Switch 2. And then you have the specs here. So yeah, you have the size, you have the weight, you have the screen, you have the CPU. Of course, they won't disclose what exactly what they're using from NVIDIA. So they can't disclose it right now, it seems. And funny enough, this one has Wi-Fi 6. So Wi-Fi 6 is officially a standard for elsewhere now. So that's nice to see. Wi-Fi 6 coming to a game console, so that's good. And then yeah, they have a built-in microphone, nice. And the estimated battery life and the charging life. So yeah. And then you have the regular Nintendo Switch 2 unit and the Nintendo Switch 2 with Mario Kart World set. So there is a little difference compared to the American unit. So you have in the Philippines you'll get a physical copy of Mario Kart World, while in the Americas you'll get a digital download code of Mario Kart World. So that's how it works. So here you get a physical copy of the set game, while in the Americas you get a digital download code. So yeah, interesting in differentiating the Mario Kart World set, no? And then you have the list of the first party games for the Nintendo Switch 2. Donkey Kong Banangsa, the Nintendo Switch 2 editions, which are 6 of them. Kirby Riders and Hyrule Wars Age of Imprisonment. Again, we will have more details in the coming days, but again, the Nintendo eShop and Nintendo Switch Online both being both both features, sorry, both services will finally be coming to the Philippines, and that's what makes me happy. Now again, I still really wonder what regional pricing will we get, because as far as I'm concerned, 12% VAT tax, that is what's holding me off, and Steam is about to adopt it in June. So yeah, we're prepared. We are mentally prepared for this one here. So yeah, that's the Nintendo Switch 2. That's more Nintendo Switch 2 details. I'm very happy now. Now let's get into the rest of the gaming news, which will also include the Nintendo Switch 2, and let's get into the niche gamer. All right, so what we have here, for Human Fall Flat 2, getting a Nintendo Switch 2 port. Interesting. There is a lot of third-party games getting in the Nintendo Switch 2. Awesome, no? Fast Fusion announced for Switch 2. I don't think it was shown in the direct. I could be wrong. But yes, we have a lot of Switch 2 news, guys. The majority of the Gaming Cafe episode is Switch 2. Yes. I also forgot to mention that the Nintendo GameCube, right? The long-awaited Nintendo GameCube emulation is finally heading to Nintendo Switch, but it will be for Nintendo Switch 2. Again, it has to do with the hardware limitations for the original Nintendo Switch, so that's why that GameCube emulation won't be coming to the OG Nintendo Switch. Yes, a lot of games. Oh, I completely forgot the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. I will be talking about this in a bit. But first, let's get into the rest of the gaming headlines featuring the Nintendo Switch 2. So, starting off with the Human Fall Flat 2, Publisher, Developer Digital, and Developer No Bricks Games have announced a Switch 2 port for Human Fall Flat 2. The new puzzle platform sequel is coming to Switch 2 alongside its previously announced Windows PC via Steam version, though a release date wasn't announced. Next, Fast Fusion. So developer Shinen Multimedia has announced Fast Fusion, the latest in their high-speed racing game series. Fast Fusion is in development for Nintendo Switch 2 and will launch alongside the console on June 5th. So, what is this game? Well, again, it's a new entry in the futuristic racing video game series by Shinen Multimedia. So, yeah, we're gonna take a look at what the game looks like with the screenshots. So, okay, I think for some reason I'm having problems trying to access the images here. So, yeah, for some reason the images don't work, but you can see how the game looks here. But yeah, so that's Fast Fusion. Next we have here is YX Sprout Nordics. So it is confirmed that it will be released for Nintendo Switch 2. So although the release date wasn't confirmed, but we do know that it's coming soon. Next we have is the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. I did not talk about this earlier, so I'm going to be talking about that right now before I forget. So basically, it's a paid digital game where you can get to play around with the of how Nintendo Switch 2 works. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that the game is this tutorial game is not included in the console. In the system, but I really wish they would include this, just like with the PS5. But Nintendo decided it's going to be a separate game anyway. So if you wanna know how Nintendo Switch 2 works, well, you're gonna have to pay for this one. I'm not sure how much that will cost. So yeah, we don't know what will be the price for this one because Nintendo did not reveal the pricing. But again, interesting that they have a tutorial game of how Nintendo Switch 2 works. I also am interested, if you ask me. So yeah, that is all. Before we head to the break, let's see here. Yeah, okay. And now the rest are the non-Switch 2 headlines. We're gonna get into that more in a bit, but we're going to take a break. In the meantime, it is now 7:16 p.m. as we will return with more coffee sessions right here on Asphere's Coffee. But before that, this program is sponsored by Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by Asparagus and FPS Capinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee from FPS Manufacturing Corporation. Dream Cards Pizza, we make pizza the Dream Course way. For deliveries, call 141-9191 and DLX Karaoke. Stay along with us. We will be right back.
This program was brought to you by DLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an Asparagus. And Capinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee from FPS Manufacturing Corporation.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing paggising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Capinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Capinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee.
Capinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee.
Also available, Capinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Capinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Capinoy Coffee. Also available, Capinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FBS Manufacturing Corporation.
Ang mas masarap na pizza ay andito na! Dream Cars Pizza, the finest pizza in the Philippines. Rich sauce, crispy crust, smooth creamy cheese, maraming toppings to choose from. And not only that, may frozen pizza rin sila. Take your pizza on the go. Dream Cars Pizza. We make the pizza the Dream Cars way.
For deliveries, call 141-9191. That's 141-9191.
Dream Cars Frozen Pizza are also available in supermarkets near you.
Cookie, available nationwide. Buy now.
URC's calculation based in part on data reported by Nielsen IQ through its retail index service for the biscuits category for the 52-week period ending May 2024 for total Philippines.
Welcome sa Cebuano Amazing World. Dito, all-in ang microfinancial services. OFWs, sakay na. May loan pampagawa ng bahay, pang brand yung motor, o bagong business. Cebuano Amazing! Swak ang micro-saving dito. Laging ready with micro-insurance. May money transfer, may cash in, cash out, remit to bank, at bills payment. Cebuano Amazing! Pwede rin mag-invest. Sa gold, may rewards pa. San man sa Pilipinas, basta microfinancial services, all-in dito. Kaya Cebuano Amazing ang life.
Microsavings is a product of Cebuano Lumiere Rural Bank. Deposit assured by PDIC up to 500,000 pesos per depositor. Supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Para di madaling masira ang ngipin ng pamilya, ngayon pa lang,
Unique toothpaste for brushing every after kumain.
Dahil ang Unique toothpaste, may Max Protect formula.
Ngipin ay Max Alaga, Max Protect
Helps stop cavities even before they start, while keeping breath fresh with regular use.
Unique toothpaste for brushing, para siguraduhin ngipin ay Max Alaga, Max Protectado pa Unique.
Max Alaga, Max Protectado with Unique toothpaste maximum fluoride protection. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Kulang sa lakas, kulang sa listo, kulang sa lambing, mag-Maxfit Cargado with proper diet at exercise. Tulong sa lakas ng katawan, listo ng isip at lambing na pagmatagalan.
Kargado ng 19 vitamins and minerals plus ginseng at royal jelly. Para kargado, Maxfit na tayo.
Lipat na sa Maxfit Cargado.
Unilab yan. Multivitamins, minerals, ginseng at royal jelly. Ang generic name ng Maxfit. Symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Ay, kapagod. Paolo Avellino po. It's hard to give your 100% sa work kapag masakit ang katawan mo. Buti may Salon Pass. With direct ingredient penetration, fast acting within 30 minutes, long-lasting relief up to 8 hours for shoulder, neck, and back pain. Whew, direct, ready na ako. For pain that massage alone can't relieve. Relief that sticks up to 8 hours. Salon Pass.
Methyl salicylate menthol tocopherol acetate camphor is a generic name of Salon Pass. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Libre po ang pagpapalit ng sirang RFID sticker ayon sa AutoSweep RFID, ang RFID na ginagamit sa mga expressway na pinatatakbo ng SMC Tollways. Mula nang ipatupad ng gobyerno ang contactless toll collection policy noong 2020, sa kasagsagan ng pandemya, ginawang libre na ng AutoSweep ang pagpapakabit at pagpapalit ng mga sirang RFID sticker. Pinapayuhan ng AutoSweep na magpakabit ng window sticker imbis na sa headlight para hindi masira ang microchip na binabasa ng mga RFID readers sa mga toll plaza. Nasisira ang mga headlight-mounted RFID tags dahil sa init, wear and tear at maging sa tubig sanhi ng pag-ulan o ng simpleng paghuhugas ng sasakyan. Matatanda ang ipinagbawal kamakailan ng Toll Regulatory Board o ng TRB at ng Land Transportation Office o LTO ang paggamit ng expressway ng mga motoristang walang electronic toll collection device o ng ETC tulad ng RFID sticker. Isang sanhi ng pagbagal sa mga exit toll plaza ang mga motoristang hindi gumagamit ng RFID ayon sa TRB. Gamit ang AutoSweep RFID sa mga sumusunod na expressway: South Luzon Expressway, Star Tollway, Skyway System, NAIA Expressway at Tarlac Pangasinan La Union Expressway. AutoSweep RFID rin ang gamit sa Muntinlupa Cavite Expressway. Bisitahin ang AutoSweep RFID website sa www.autosweeprfid.com para sa iba pa mga impormasyon tungkol sa inyong account. Sundan rin ang kanilang official Facebook page, AutoSweep RFID, para sa latest updates. Para sa iba pa mga katanungan, tumawag sa AutoSweep RFID hotline 025-318-8655 o mag-email sa customercare@autosweeprfid.com.
Asan ang polo ko? Ready na ang baon ko?
Ang trabaho ng isang nanay ay hindi madali. Halos araw-araw na lang masakit ang braso at likod sa maraming gawain. Kaya kung meron akong nararamdamang sakit sa katawan, kinagamitan ko kaagad ng Omega Painkiller. Sa kapisong laki, para maagad ang lamig-init sensation na nakakatulong sa pag-alis ng sakit ng katawan. Omega Painkiller, kasangga sa pagtanggal ng aray.
Bye ma, alis na kami. Methyl salicylate plus camphor plus menthol is the generic name of Omega Painkiller. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Todo trabaho para masiguro ang kinabukasan ng pamilya, hinay-hinay lang at pagpabayaan ang sarili ha. Laging tatandaan na may Employees Compensation Commission na handang umalalay sa mga manggagawang nagkasakit, na aksidente o namatay ng dahil sa trabaho. Siguraduhin lang na mandatory member ka ng SSS o GSIS, kasama na ang military at uniformed personnel ng AFP at PNP. For more information, visit www.ecc.gov.ph.
And now let's return to Asphere's Cafe. Welcome back, fellas, and it's now 5 minutes before 7:30 p.m. And as we head over to more gaming headlines, let's get into more right now. So apparently I haven't checked on the other articles yet, my bad. But still, I will keep looking for here, and then we will move to Gibatsu and then the final upload. Excuse me. Okay, so here it is. Let me get my screen share here. Alright, so we're getting into another round of the gaming cafe, and that is Dreams of Ether. So, Ether Studios and developer Librioid announced Dreams of Ether, a new micro game style collection of games inspired by the Ether series. Dreams of Ether is now available for Windows PC via Steam and is currently entirely free until 1 p.m. on April 2nd, after which it will cost $2.99, which is $3. So, let's take a look at Dreams of Ether and how the game looks like.
Are you tired of fighting games Rivals of Ether and Rivals of Ether 2, and dating sim Lovers of Ether, and card game Creatures of Ether, and dungeon crawler Dungeons of Ether?
Well, have I got the game for you.
Dreams of Ether. You can't be tired if you're dreaming. Look at this. Mine carts. Punching. Flying, falling. Dreams of Ether. A fishing mini micro game. You get more falling, rocks. Wow. Deep breathing. Take a deep breath. Slicing some fruit. Slice of fruit. Cannon. It's cannon. It's cannon. I think. I don't know what that was. Well, set up a bomb? It's a nightmare. No, it's Dreams of Ether. Dreams of Ether is free for the next 24 hours. Don't sleep. Get it now.
Spoiler alert, it's not free anymore, so it's already gonna cost $3. So yeah, it's already April 3rd and it's not free. So yeah, that is Dreams of Ether. Alright, next we have here is RPG Crescent Tower. And it's an 8-bit, it's an 8-bit game. So, Amata Games and developer Zero Kute announced a release window for Crescent Tower, their 8-bit style dungeon crawler JRPG. It is set to launch sometime later in 2025 worldwide for Windows PC, and it will support various languages including Japanese, English, Korean, Chinese, German, and French. So it's a fusion of nostalgia and novelty awaits you. An authentic 8-bit style dungeon crawler RPG pack with retro style intended for the NES generation and all RPG fans. So yeah, Crescent Tower, an unprecedented dungeon that appears just once every 50 years in the Imperial capital Mayorodora. No one knows what lies at the top, yet rumors abound of a jewel that burns any wish to the heart, desires, and of a portion of immortality. To finally discover what lies at the top of such a mysterious tower, nameless adventurers flock to Mayorodora. You are one of those brave souls who set out to venture into this Crescent Tower. And let's take a look.
Once every 50 years, when the blue crescent moon appears in the sky, an unexplored dungeon called the Crescent Tower also appears. No one knows what lies at the top. Some say a potion of immortality. Others say a jewel that grants wishes. You are one of the adventurers fascinated by Crescent Tower. The adventure to conquer this celestial dungeon begins now. This game is modeled on a classic command-based RPG, including retro-level difficulty. Vicious monsters and traps stand in your way. You have lost your memory. You climb Crescent Tower seeking the answers to who you are. For the Beastman Max, the adventure in Crescent Tower is the first exciting experience he's ever had in his life. Nani is an elf girl who had a strange dream. Each of these adventurers have their own reasons for trying to achieve the fabled tower victory. At the Adventurers Guild, you can freely create your own characters. Combine 3 races, humans, beastmen, and elves, with 9 classes to form a party of up to 5 characters. Also, adventurers learn special skills according to their race and class. These skills can be used not only during combat, but also while exploring the tower. For example, the Beastman's skill Tackle can be used in battle to paralyze monsters. While exploring, it can also be used to destroy obstacles that block your path. The key to clearing the tower is to create a party balanced for both combat and exploration. A mysterious girl you meet during the adventure. And everyone's dream of achieving tower victory. Adventurers with different birthplaces, races, professions, and almost nothing in common. They have just one thing that unites them: their fascination with Crescent Tower. Authentic 8-bit style dungeon crawler RPG. Crescent Tower.
So that is the trailer of Crescent Tower, and so far That's so far the game how it works is pretty interesting. So that's Crescent Tower. All right. With that, we're gonna get into the last two gaming headlines. But for now, that is all for the headlines on the gaming cafe for TVH, and that will have to leave it here for now. So thank you very much, TVH viewers, for joining us this morning. We will be back again next week with the Friday episode of Asphere's Cafe. So yeah, where we will do some, I would say maybe tech cafe because I haven't got much to do with the tech cafe. Yesterday. But yeah, we'll be back again next week on with the Friday episode of Asphere's Cafe on TVH. So remember, we're on the same time slot. That's from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on TVH. Until then, I am Cairo, and the cafe is now closed for TVH Network. We will see you next week, TVH. Bye-bye. See you next week. Bye-bye. And we are back as we finally left TVH Network, and we are left with the rest of us right here on Cool FM, Cool TV, and live streaming on TGR Entertainment, AspMedia, and Cool FM Primetime live stream via TGO and Cool FM's YouTube channel, Twitch, and VOD. Okay, so let's continue with the last two, and that is Cookie Cutter Overkill Edition. So, this is apparently a report and from Niche Gamer, and let's see what they have to say about this. So when we first reviewed Cookie Runner when it came out on PlayStation 5, it was in a weird state. It felt like it was incomplete due to a lopsided story presentation, and the gameplay could have used some finesse. After some time in the market, it was time for Cookie Runner to find its way to Nintendo Switch. So, this was already a solid Metroidvania that boosted technically impressive HD art, but converting it to a handheld would come with compromises. Character animations were always blurred due to the countless frames of animations and unique drawings that had to be called at any second. Surely this would be a tall order for modest Switch specs, right? Well, what's so overkill about this Switch port of Cookie Runner? And let's see. So, what they meant overkill? Well, the first thing anyone will notice about Cookie Runner is its visual design. The art direction is boisterous and outlandish. It combines elements of street art, underground Euro comics, and Y2K punk edginess into one angry package. Oh, this is cool. Animation is playfully exaggerated and zany. Cherry's movements are wild and explosive as she morphs into bizarre shapes. The artists are fast and loose with their models, further emphasizing the laissez-faire and punk sensibilities of the story and setting. So, for on the Nintendo Switch, the animation is preserved and at 60 frames too, but it comes at the cost of the game becoming notably lower resolution. So there are digital artifacts throughout, making the presentation look rougher and junk. The art is sadly compromised, yet it feels more appropriate. Cookie Cutter is set in a rough world full of rough characters, and slick, clean lines feel less appropriate. So yeah, so this is what Overkill Edition is about for the Nintendo Switch, and yeah, basically a low-res, a beefier, more polished, and yeah. So yeah, it does run at 60 frames, but again, it comes with compromises. Alright, now, this is what I'm talking about. We did talk about this on the Wednesday episode of Asphere's Cafe. Yes, I did talk about this yesterday, and now we're gonna talk about it for real. So, Power World, more than just Pulse, and yes, this was announced on April Fools, and it's real. So, Pocket Pair is simply turning their April Fool's joke from last year into reality with Power World, more than just Pulse, announced for PC. So last year, Pocket Pair released an April Fool's joke announcing this game, but now they have released a trailer and even a Steam store page as we approach the 1-year anniversary of the joke. Haha, visual novel, nice huh? So at the time of writing, it's only about 10 PM on March 31st in Japan, so perhaps against our better judgment, we're assuming that Pocket Pair is this year this time. So keeping in line with the gross humor of Power World, the new dating sim will feature more than just romance. but also scenes of dismemberment and gore. So, we're gonna take a look at the trailer. But yeah, so to recall last year, the trailer claimed the launch date would be April 1, but between the now in development disclaimer as well as the Lavender Body Pillow giveaway. Wow. Running until April 14th. So, ladies and gents, let's take a look at the trailer. And this is not a joke, it's true. I repeat, this is not a April Fool's joke. It's more like a real now. Alright, grab your popcorns ready because we're gonna take a look at this latest from Pocket Fair's Paul World. Here we go. More than just Paul's. There we go. So that's Paul World, more than just Pulse. And yes, the game is actually still in development as of this time. So, yep. So that's what Paul World, more just Pulse looks like. No voice acting in this game for now, but we'll love to hear their voice if they will. But yeah, for now, that is Paul World, more than just Pulse. We just showed you. It's real, legit, 100%. That is actually coming to the Steam. No way. Alright, and I think that is all here. Wait, no, one more. So, Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds. One more before we head to the... Before we take a break. So, Capcom has announced Monster Hunter Wilds top 10 million copies sold not long after its big global debut. Except they had a problem with the PC release. Monster Hunter Wilds has top 10 million copies sold worldwide within a month of its release on February 28, 2025. The game's original monster wants 8 million copies sold a few days within release. So that is actually a good number of how the game has been selling so far. So that is a very good number. And that is all from Niche Gamer for this round of Gaming Cafe. And we will be taking a break now. So it is now 7:40 p.m. as we will get into the last cafe session, or to say last gaming cafe session right here on Asphere's Cafe tonight. But before that, this program is sponsored by Asphere's Aircon. Tried, tested, trusted by Sparkus. FPS Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee. Manufactured by FPS Manufacturing Corporation. Dream Course Pizza, we make pizza the Dream Course way. For deliveries, call 141-9191. And DLX Karaoke. Don't go anywhere, our cafe resumes after the break.
This program was brought to you by DLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. And Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FPS Manufacturing Corporation.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing paggising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Kapinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FBS Manufacturing Corporation.
Ang mas masarap na pizza ay andito na. Dream Cars Pizza, the finest pizza in the Philippines. Rich sauce, crispy crust, smooth creamy cheese, maraming toppings to choose from. And not only that, may frozen pizza rin sila. Take your pizza on the go. Dream Cars Pizza. We make the pizza the Dream Cars way.
For deliveries, call 141-9191. That's 141-9191.
Dream Cars Frozen Pizza are also available in supermarkets near you.
Barbie, pinapahid mo na naman yung Silka Lotion. Anong meron dyan?
Girl, may papaya enzymes and NutriBlend complex to.
Taray, may papaya. Tinola ka, girl.
Ay, sis! Ang Silka may Vita-Absorb technology at SPF 6 din.
SPF? Super papaya fruit?
Sun protection factor kasi, friend. Kahit under the sun, skin ay lit with regular use.
Wow, slay it!
Slay it with a skin na giving. Stay lit with Silka with regular use for only 750 pesos SRP.
Shut bugs up fast. Choose zero tolerance against pests. Bygone Shield Protector Multi-Insect Killer. Dead in seconds. Bygone. Zero tolerance against insects. Bygone Multi-Insect Spray. Shut bugs up fast.
Masakit ang katawan, kumikirot pa ang iyong tiyan. Ang mabisang palaban ay Pauliniment. Pauliniment, Pauliniment. Ang Pauliniment ay natural, safe na safe kasi topical. Mabisa ang Pauliniment, ang Pauliniment. Pow, 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 pow. Walang aw sa pow.
Methyl salicylate plus menthol plus camphor is the generic name of Aldrit's Pau Liniment. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Dito na tayo sa Joray, kung saan lahat ay okay. Sa Joray, lahat ito ay super mura, lahat pang mapaganda dito sa Joray. Napatunayan na ng bayan, wala nang ang iba. Quality shopping ang aming dala. Mapapa-Joray talaga kayo, ang supermarket namin ay Joray.
Joray Supermarket, ang budget-friendly supermarket ng Pilipinas. Now in 6,900 locations around the Philippines and Southeast Asia.
Makati, Makati.
Mahapdi, mahapdi.
Makati, Makati.
Mahapdi, mahapdi.
Ganyan ang Almoranas. Kaya mag all-natural hemorrhoid na. Sa exercise, proper diet at all-natural hemorrhoid, tama ang lunas sa Almoranas in as fast as 4 days. Hemorrhoid, ang lunas sa Almoranas. No approved therapeutic claims.
Sa laban ng buhay, talo ang mahihina. Bangon kaibigan, ituloy ang laban. Start your day with PDA capsule. Panlaban sa panghihina, panlaban sa sakit. Kaya ibalik ang sigla. Ugali mag-PDA capsule. Araw-araw. PDA. Protection. Defense against diseases and viruses.
Unlock the power of cellular renewal with Ultima Stem Plus. More than a stem cell activator, it's your all-in-one defense against premature aging, oxidative stress, and DNA damage. Protect, repair, and rejuvenate from within. Experience the science of lasting vitality. Ultima Stem Plus.
Dumarami na ang gumagaling sa Sid Panyawan Herbal Capsule. Ako po si Antonio de la Cruz from Northern Cotabato. Dati po sumakit yung likod ko pero ngayon gumaling na dahil sa Sid Panyawan.
Ako po si Kin. Dati po sumakit po aking tiyan at likod at ulo. Ayun, ininom ko yung herbal capsule. Pagkatapos bigla ako gumaling. Ay bay, natuwang aking misis.
Mabibili sa lahat ng drugstores nationwide.
Manalo ng 1,000 pesos sa Land Bank. Open, pay, and win promo. Mag-download lang ng Land Bank mobile banking app. Mag-open ng account at magbayad ng bills gamit ang app. May chance kang manalo buwan-buwan until August 31, 2025. Visit Land Bank's official website and social media channels or branch near you for more details. For DTI Fair Trade Permit Number FTEB 215204 Series of 2025, Land Bank is regulated by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and a member of PDIC and BankNet.
Mas masarapin at gawing mas masustansya ang bawat handa with Star Margarine. Gamitin ang Star Margarine sa mga paboritong recipes tulad ng kaldereta, mechado, sopas, pork gisado at iba pa. Perfect din itong ihalo sa fried rice. Siguraduhing angat at sustansyarap ang bawat kainan ng pamilya at mga kaibigan kasama ang Star Margarine. Dahil ang Star Margarine ay may 10 growth building nutrients tulad ng vitamins A, B1, B2, B6, B12, D3, E, folic acid, niacin at iodine na tumutulong magbigay ng tibay, sigla at lakas with proper diet and exercise. Very good din ito para sa buong pamilya at abot kaya pa. Tsak na mas abot ang pangarap lalo pag sinabayan ng tamang diet at exercise. Kaya't dagdagan ng Star Margarine ang mga recipes para siguradong mas sustansyarap. Try mo na! Visit official Star Margarine on Facebook for more sustansyarap recipes.
Ako, ikaw, everybody, every bubbly, Pop Academy. Si ate, si teacher at little boy, si BF, si Franny at Mang Boy. Every bubbly, Pop Academy. Pati flavors, peanut bubbly, pineapple, Cali bubbly, apple, Cali bubbly, light, Cali bubbly. You, me, sila, us, we. Everybody, every bubbly, Pop Academy. Magnolia, feeling good, set up.
Long night.
Bakit kailangan pang maghintay sa pagdating ng bagong araw? Pwede namang mag-drive na muna kahit man sandali magpahinga.
Magpahinga na muna and perk up at Dunkin', pasalubong ng bayan.
Ang tunog ng immunity na hirap lumaban sa sipon.
Matagal gumaling sa sipon symptoms. At tagal gumaling sa sipon symptoms.
Versus immunity na nag-Neozep Z Plus Forte, now with zinc.
Pinalakas laban sa sipon virus. Pinalakas laban sa sipon virus. Pinalakas laban sa sipon virus. Pinalakas!
Sa Neozep Z Plus Forte with zinc. Pinalakas ang immunity versus previous formulation para bilis galing sa sipon symptoms by 2 to 3 days with proper diet and exercise. Kaya balik saya sa mga gusto mong gawin.
Alagang Unilab yan.
Phenylephrine HCl plus chlorpheniramine maleate plus paracetamol plus zinc is the generic name of Neozep Z Plus Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
And now let's return to Asphere's Cafe. Yes, we are back. It is now 7:50, 10 minutes before we hand over to the music automation. Okay, so I don't think I will be doing Gemasu for tonight's gaming cafe episode since we're running out of time. So we're gonna head over to Final Weapon as our last gaming source for tonight. So let's get into that now. Okay, so what do you have in Final Weapon? Oh, okay, we have Tomatachi Life, Living the Dream. Okay, so we have a lot of details to talk about here. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that one here. Of course, Nintendo Switch 2, I'm aware. I already talked about that. Oh, this one, we're gonna talk about that as well. Professor, that is still a lot of Nintendo Switch news announcements. And yes, there will be a Nintendo Treehouse later. And I don't know if I'm going to be watching that because I will have to head off to do groceries later. But yeah. Okay, you have a lot of Switch 2 announcements. Yay! Yeah. Okay. So, yup. Let's see here. Yep. Yeah, we definitely have a lot of Switch 2 announcements. Excuse me. Okay, so okay. We're going to talk about that one too. And yes, and the April one was the April Fool's song. Oof, Pac-Man losing support, huh? All right, so other than that, I think now this. Oh, we did talk about this one. Okay, I almost forgot Freewen. Okay, I think we are good. Let's be quick here with this last round of the gaming cafe. So let's start with Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. So following the announcement of Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream at yesterday's Nintendo Direct, ex-user at Botox Games spotted that the post contained the announcement is now Nintendo's most liked post of all time. When looking through the history of the company's posts on the platform, the only post close in likes is the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement. The Switch 2 tweet garnered 835,000 likes, that's a lot, while Tomodachi Life Living the Dream has racked in 396,000 likes already. That is a lot too. Nintendo of America's post for the game, while not near its most liked tweet, still sits at over 182,000 likes today. There is a very clear excitement in the air for this announcement, which is no surprise considering this is the first time the series has received a new game in over 10 years. So that's actually exciting. Yeah, very exciting. Next we have here is Danmachi Battle Chronicle ending support for PS4 and PS5. So, Aiming and Team Caravan announced it's wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon. Familiar with Myth Battle Chronicle is ending the service for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 on September 29. The paid sales of in-game currency will be disabled on July 30. Danmachi Battle Chronicle is available now for Google Play, Android via Google Play, iOS via App Store, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC via Windows Client. They didn't state the reason why they're shuttering the service for PS4 and PS5. Maybe it has to do with the low player base, it seems. Next, Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. So, Level 5 announced that Professor Layton and the New World of Steam will be released for Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 in 2025. Further details about the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Professor Layton and the New World of Steam were not revealed yet. So, if you are wondering what is this game, well, this game depicts the world 1 year after the events of Professor Layton and the Unwon feature. The story takes place in Steam Bison, America. There, the power of highly advanced steam engines has ushered in the new world, greatly surpassing even London's technological development. So yeah. Next, Tower of God New World. Yup, they're collaborating with HoloLive. Oh! So, Netmarble is teaming up with Cover Corporation to launch a new HoloLive collaboration in mobile RPG Tower of God New World on April 9. The collaboration will bring playable SSR Plus versions of HoloLive VTubers more Calliope and Tokoyami Tawa. Oh yeah, they're adorable. Moreover, a new trailer was released to highlight the new HoloLive collaboration story event along with the playable VTubers. Tower of God New World players can expect a special HoloLive collaboration custom as well and other in-game events that offer enticing rewards. Ooh, yeah. They look cute for this one. And it's a 2-minute long here, so we're just gonna be quick on how it looks here. So you have Tokoyami Towa. Let's hear what she has to say here. Let's hear it.
今夜ぴーホロライブ4期生の徳山とわ様ですみなさんこんにちは This is Mori Calliope from HoloLive English Myth イエーイ眷属のみんなトワのこと待ってたトワと一緒に遊ぼうね Deadbeats, on your feet This is the moment you've all been waiting for I know you're dying to meet me, Deadbeats
So yeah, you just heard them right. That's the collaboration of the HoloLive with Tower of God New World. So basically, how this works, I'm just gonna mute it. But basically, how this works in Tower of God is that you can play as a VTuber. Neat, huh? Very neat, and it's SSR plus character, enticing. It's the same for Tokoyami Towa. So yeah, 2 HoloLive characters will be playable on Tower of God New World for this upcoming event. Pretty sweet. Now into Pac-Man. Well, Pac-Man game for Android and iOS is ending service on May 30. So Bandai Namco announced that Pac-Man for Android and iOS is ending service on May 30. In-app purchases are no longer available in the mobile Pac-Man game as of April 1, not an April Fool's joke, and it will no longer be playable once service ends on Android and iOS. Although Pac-Man is ending service, the Pac-Man franchise is continuing strong in 2025 with the release of Lady Red, a new 2D action platformer with an alternate take on the titular character Puck. The game will launch on July 18 for Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC via Steam. The reason, well, again, maybe they will focus on resources for the major platforms. So maybe that's just the reason why. That's my speculation on that one. And as we are about to wrap up the gaming cafe for tonight, we have FreeRen collaborating with PUBG Mobile. Real. So, PUBG Mobile has launched an exciting collaboration with FreeRen Beyond Journey's End on April Fool's Day in Japan. This is not an April Fool's joke, it's a actual collaboration with PUBG Mobile. So, from April 1 to April 30, PUBG Mobile players in Japan may enjoy dialogue from FreeRen, Fern, Stark, and Hemwell. Moreover, the PUBG Mobile and FreeRen Beyond Journey's End collaboration event features cosmetics of the four aforementioned characters, along with specially themed items, accessories, and much more. These cosmetics and items range from Ura the Guillotine Police hair to a FreeRen and Mimic back. There are also voice cards, icons, sprays, coins, and much more themed up to FreeRen Beyond Journey's End. The event includes in-game challenges that players may complete to earn the new collaboration items. Items may also be obtained through the limited time lock-in bonus event in PUBG Mobile. It's worth noting that the FreeRen Beyond Journeys and collaboration has not been confirmed for the West, however. So there you go. That is the last run of the Gaming Cafe with the Final Weapon, and that officially wraps it up for tonight right here on Asper's Cafe, as it is now 8 p.m. and that is all for Asper's Cafe. We will be back again tomorrow at 8 p.m. where we will do some random, and maybe I will do a tech cafe along with random stuff if Dreamcar will be returning to our show tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. So again, we will be back again tomorrow at 8 p.m. right here on Cool FM after the Dreamy Show. Until then, I am Caro. The cafe is now closed, and we will see you tomorrow for more conversations on the cafe. Bye bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Lahat ng